Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 16th, I think. I don't know. It'll be in the title. You have this retirement card. It says, working hard can be a thing of the past. You have this entrepreneur. It says, as an entrepreneur, you will truly have an opportunity to discover yourself and all your potential. So definitely could be a good work change coming in for you, for those of you that are, hoping to improve your finances or to do something financially. Yes, that continues here with these cards. I feel like this has been coming up for you for a while, Leo, that you could be like improving your finances or making more money or doing something with your finances. So I would like get moving here, Leo. I think that there's a lot of success that could be coming in for you financially. You have the Two of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in the World. I kind of feel like the Two of Pentacles says that as far as work or business is concerned, you need to make a decision. Two of Pentacles is kind of like juggling, spinning plates, doing too much. And I definitely feel we are in a time of simplification, especially for you fixed signs out there. Like you, Leo, you are a fixed sign. So I think fixed signs need to like pick a lane and stick to it and make it happen. Like whatever it is that you're thinking about doing in your life. And I definitely get that energy for you. I'm pretty sure you've been getting the Two of Pentacles with me quite a bit. And the thing about the Two of Pentacles is that we have these waves that start small over here and get bigger as they go across the card. Sometimes I feel the Two of Pentacles is talking about something in life that is getting harder to ignore. And so I kind of feel that for you, where it's like something in life is getting harder and harder and harder for you to ignore, like something that you're working on or something that you're going to be creating or, whatever. So I think that, if there's something that is like standing out to you, or if there's something that is trying to capture your attention, I would move towards it, especially if it's in work or business for sure. I would move towards those things in work or business that are capturing your attention or standing out to you. Because again, there could be a significant work change that could be very beneficial coming in. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is about just getting started. He is not the only knight in the tarot that isn't making a move. He has these empty fields behind him, but if he were to plant seeds in those fields, they would grow. So he just needs to plant those seeds and get them to grow, and he will be successful. And that's definitely what I feel for you, Leo. I think it's time to start planting seeds in this field and time to make your move. It's like enough. The thing about the Knight of Pentacles is that he has these oak leaves on his helmet, which represent knowledge and wisdom, and it basically says he knows more than enough to make whatever he's growing successful, but he just has to get started. And that's really what I feel for you, Leo, is it's like you have to make your move. You have to get moving on something in your life, whatever it is. It feels like work or business to me, but it could be anything. And if you make your move, you will be successful, but not until you make your move, right? You have the World. The World is like an accomplishment or an achievement. So number one, I feel that if you were to get started on something you're thinking about working on, that you will probably be successful a lot faster than you think. So again, I think it is time for you to make your move here with the World card. I also feel it is time for you to kind of like take some sort of leap of faith. We go up to the Four of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups. Four of Pentacles is like holding on too tightly to a comfort zone. The Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, or happy home, happy family, or, something good happening to you after a difficult period of time. Three of Wands is a card of expansion and growth. So, it's time to like put yourself out there in some area of your life. And if you do that, I think that you will be very successful. If you don't, you won't. So, there's like some sort of leap of faith that you have to take. I think this is a big change coming in for Leo with that World card. Like some of you literally could be entering into a different world here, work-wise or business-wise. So it's like maybe you are used to, a certain business environment and you're stepping into another one. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the King of Cups. Yeah, your emotions, you always get the King of Cups with me, I'm pretty sure, as well. And the King of Cups, sure, it could be a person, but I also think the King of Cups for Leo is about your emotional state. He has very deep emotions, and he really explores his emotions and what his emotions are telling him to do. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to really pay attention to what your emotions are telling you to do and to follow through on your emotions. If you do that, you will be happy. You will be happy that you did. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords. This is kind of like analysis paralysis a little bit here, Leo. So, if you are thinking about moving towards something, which clearly you are with this reading, the Page of Swords I like because he is a good card for curiosity. So you could be curious about something, but he could also be thinking about something too much, He could be saying like, oh, I want to take a leap of faith towards this, new business or job or idea, but he might be overthinking it a little bit too much. And again, I feel that for some of you, like if you're looking for a business, love, money, spirituality, whatever, you could be just asking too many questions, and this card could be saying it's time for you to stop. It's like, everything you're going to know. You have to take the leap of faith. Yes, with the World, you have the Page of Cups. I mean, could be love for some of you because we go up to the Ten of Cups. The Page of Cups can be like an admirer, or it could be a love connection, and it could be someone from a distance as well with the World card. Doesn't have to be. The World can just say that getting out into the world is going to be the thing that brings love into your life, which is true for everyone. If you want love, you have to get out of the house, believe it or not. So that's what I would do with the Page of Cups. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have the Stag Spirit. It says, you are meant for great things. Yes, you are. It says, trust in all that you have to offer. You have this Enchanted Illusion card. It says, see through the veil of illusion and have the courage to see things as they really are. Yes, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is a very good card, and I always read the Ten of Cups as positive. The problem with the Ten of Cups is that sometimes we can get a little bit high on our own supply with the Ten of Cups, right? We can sugarcoat things with the Ten of Cups. We can make something look like it's better than it actually is, or whatever, and we need to not do that. So I don't think this is bad, but I also think it's saying be realistic, right? And as long as you do that, you will be fine here, Leo, of course, but, you have to be realistic. You have the Fool, the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Yeah, the Fool is about, I think, well, let me put it this way. For you, Leo, I feel like the Fool is about pure intentions. If you're doing things for the right reasons, then I think things are going to go very, very well for you. If you're doing things for the wrong reasons, they won't. So he has this white rose behind him, and that white rose represents his pure intentions on like some sort of leap of faith that he's taking or something that he's moving towards. And because he has pure intentions, he will be successful. And that's what I feel for you. It's like, as long as you're starting things with pure intentions, there will be success. The other thing that's popping into my head here is that the Fool has these ice-capped mountains behind him. And the ice-capped mountains in the tarot can represent kind of like feeling stuck or frozen at the top of the mountain, right? And so I think for a lot of you, it's like you've been overthinking something. I think you've been overthinking something with the Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like the Fool is saying, take your leap of faith, Leo. It's time to jump. It's time to leap. Because you'll be, really the thing is that you will be very happy that you did. You have the Ten of Cups. So really, by not leaping, you're only hurting yourself. You have the Four of Pentacles. I think you need to realize that your story isn't always going to be the same. The problem with the Four of Pentacles is that he's holding on too tightly to the past. And he is not, he needs to let go of those Four Pentacles so he can have something greater or better. You are meant for great things, as this card says. But, he's not holding on to greatness here. He's holding on to limitation. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you need to expand and grow and, move towards something that's going to be great. But you have to make it happen. And, that's really what I would do with that Four Pentacles. You have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is like this or that thinking. She is trying to protect her heart with those two swords over her heart. But she has that blindfold on. And Leos are very intuitive. I always say I think Leos are the most misunderstood, or they're the most. I don't know where I'm going with that, but they're very intuitive, is what I'm saying. Most underestimated intuitives is the word I was looking for, Leo. And so I think Leos really need to trust their intuition more. And, that's what the Two of Swords is saying. I'm not trying to be mysterious here, Leo, but I feel like something is not going to go how you think. She is thinking this or that, but she has this new island behind her. Sometimes I feel with the Two of Swords that we can be thinking, I think we all do this, like if we're starting something new, if we're getting into a relationship, we kind of project to the end, like we think we know where it's going to go, or we at least come up with some ideas of how we want things to go. I think that whatever you're doing is not going to go how you think. And I mean that in the best way possible, because we have very good cards. Ten of Cups, Three of Wands, Wheel of Fortune here. It's like something is going to go way better than expected, is what I feel this is saying. With the Fool, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is like the Wounded Warrior. Nine of Wands is about needing to open up. Again, if you do, it's kind of a love reading. If you want love here, I would definitely open up with that Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands could be saying that you are going to give love one last chance, or you're going to try again. So I definitely think it would be a good time for you to like try again, or to give love one last chance if that's what you're into. So I would definitely do it. As always, Leo, I think that it's with Pluto in your opposite sign is going to be an amazing time for experimentation. Like if I'm not a Leo and I experiment like crazy, just look at my channel, look at this channel. I have other secret channels that I work on and I do the same thing there. And so I think that it's an amazing time for experimentation. And if I were a Leo, I would be experimenting like 20 times more than I do. So, that's what I would do there. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Death card. Death is a transformation or a change that's coming in for you. So didn't we say this earlier that there is like some sort of big change coming in? And I think you need to change with that Four of Pentacles. It's like saying you need to let go of the past or the old way of doing things and step into the future. I think doing that will, of course, lead to the most success for you, Leo. With the Two of Swords, you have two cards. You have the Three of Pentacles and the Judgment card. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So anything you can do to work together with other people would be amazing. Judgment is like a wake-up call. It's like waking up to your purpose or, hearing the call to purpose. We also go up to the Page of Pentacles, Three of Wands. The Page of Pentacles can be like news or receiving some information that helps guide you forwards. So a lot of you definitely could be kind of receiving, maybe not communication, but it could be like inspirations or dreams or daydreams about like the direction you need to move in life. And I would definitely be listening to that information. The other thing I want to say here, Leo, is that I'm pretty sure you get this card with me a lot as well. And again, I definitely think that it is time for Leo to show off. Like I think it is time for Leo to shine, but you're not just going to magically shine. How Leo is going to shine is a display of strength, right? Like doing something hard, completing a project and showing it off to the world. Those are the ways that Leo is going to get attention, is through greatness. Like this card says, you are meant for great things, but you have to do great things to get great things. And, that's really what I feel for you here. It's like I really feel the reading is kind of pushing me as a reader in the direction of, this reading is saying your life is not meant to be average, but again, to exceed average, you have to do things that are not average. And, I think the Three of Pentacles is kind of encouraging you to do that. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this peacock. It says pregnancy and wealth on it. You have this bear. It says strength and resourcefulness on it. Yeah, if you want love or if you already have love, you have the Ten of Cups. So you definitely could be either you have a person right now that you're going to be starting a family with, or you could be meeting a person that you will be starting a family with. The Strength card, of course, is, or this Bear card that says strength and resourcefulness. I think we are in a time of strength and resourcefulness. I say it all the time. Everybody always gets the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm always like, we have to be resourceful right now. We're probably not going to have the things that we need to be successful at this time, but like if we put the work in and make it happen, then it will happen. You have the Ten of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, happy home, happy family, good things happening after a difficult period of time as well. So I feel good about the Ten of Cups for you. I think that, there are definitely some happy moments coming in for you. I do think there's a need to like I said, not get high on your own supply. It's like I am a Pisces, so I have a tendency of getting lazy sometimes, but it's like one thing that changed my life is setting standards. So it's like there are certain things I do to maintain a certain level. Like with this channel, I'm always at least maintaining the standard of that I have set for myself for the channel. Usually I exceed the standard because I also do things to exceed the standard, right? But that's what prevents me from getting lazy, is that there are certain activities that I know that I have to do every single day to maintain the standard. And the beautiful thing about understanding standards is that when you set those standards, It's like I have employees, right? It's like if there are certain standards that I don't want to do anymore, I just hire someone to do the work for me, and then I don't have to do it, right? And so it's like it's very easy to to raise the standard when you do that, because it frees me up time-wise to go do other things, and then I raise the standard more. This is how we create a positive snowball in life. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune wants you to get that wheel spinning forwards, and then it wants you to create a bunch of momentum to keep it spinning forward. So again, I definitely feel good about this, but I also think it's like saying, think about how you can, maintain the goodness that is going and all that other stuff. I also feel pretty good about love here. You have that card. You also have the Page of Pentacles. For those of you that want love, I feel this is saying that there needs to be communication. So again, if you're like attracting a person, or I don't know, it could just say that you haven't even met a person yet. And obviously, if you haven't met a person, then you're going to have to talk to a person at some point in the future. So, again, this could be very good, but I think that there needs to be communication here. The Page of Pentacles can also be like good news coming in. So I do feel like some of you could be getting good news at this time. You have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, the Wheel of Fortune, you show up right here on the Wheel of Fortune. Whenever you show up as yourself, it kind of puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. So you definitely are standing out at this time. The Wheel of Fortune also wants us to control our destiny. The Wheel of Fortune spins in whatever direction it wants. To get it to spin forward, we have to create that positive momentum, and we have to get the momentum, flowing in the right direction. So to do that, we have to take care of challenges right away, and we also have to double down on good things right away. And if you do that, that's the easiest way to get the wheel to move forward. And, it's just that simple, right? But definitely could be some change in your fortunes here. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Hangman. I'm pretty sure I said this to you recently. The Hangman is looking at things from a new perspective. You could be looking at love from a new perspective, Leo, or you could be seeing it from a new perspective. This could also be a Pisces coming. I don't know. Pisces has been all up in your business, by the way. And by the way, my brother is dating a Pisces. I don't know. But whatever, right? I didn't say that. But anyway, what I would say here is that, again, and he's a Leo. That's why I'm saying this. Again, Pisces all up in Leo's business for some reason. The Hangman is also about, again, seeing love from a new perspective. So I think that for a lot of you, you could just be gaining new perspectives on love. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. We are definitely in a time of cause and effect. If you think about it, we have Saturn and Neptune in Aries. The opposite of Aries is Libra. I always tell people that, with a bunch of important energy in one sign, we should also probably be paying attention to the opposite sign. And, I think that cause and effect is something that we should all be paying attention to. Speaking of opposite signs, something that I say to your opposite sign, Aquarius, all the time, is that we have to pay attention. We're in a time of evidence. If we are going to do something, Hangman, and the Justice card, we have to look at both sides of what we're trying to accomplish. And then we have to look at the evidence and say, is the evidence saying this is going to work for me or not? Same thing in love, right? If we are dating a person, what does the evidence say? Are they putting in the effort or not? And if the answer is yes, great, keep going. If the answer is no, leave. Same thing with work or business as well. We just have to pay attention. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, definitely could be a celebrations. I would encourage socializing here with this reading as well, but some of you could be having a celebration at this time. I think that people are going to be very important for you, Leo. So surrounding yourself with the right people, surrounding yourself with people who really lift you up is always important with the Three of Cups. These three people are celebrating a harvest as well. And so some of you, money looks good in this reading. It looks like something is changing. So you could be doing something to improve your finances as well. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Earth Magic card and this Beyond the Ordinary card. Yes, I think this Beyond the Ordinary card is saying you are meant for greatness. You are meant for good things. And I think you need to really believe that. Again, it's like this reading is encouraging you to exceed your own expectations. It's encouraging you to do more or something like that. The Earth Magic card, I feel, is saying you need to ground your dream in reality and you need to bring something down to earth. You have the Three of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Swords. The Three of Wands is a card of expansion and growth. Like I said, the whole entire reading is clearly saying to me that you need to expand in a big way. You're meant for great things. All these things are saying that you're meant for more, and I feel like the Three of Wands is just simply encouraging expansion and growth and encouraging you to grow as well. I also feel like the Three of Wands is saying that you have to do things you've never done before. I've been saying this to you forever, literally. If you go back over 10 years ago when I started this channel, I used to say this to you all the time, Leo, that everything you want is on the other side of something you've never done before. And I think this is a long theme. Again, we have I think we usually in life we probably do have certain themes that we have to learn from for an extended period of time. It definitely feels like an extended theme to me that you have been learning with the Three of Wands. You have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is about being spoiled for choice, having a lot of options. So but this is coming up in the good stuff. So I do feel pretty good about this. I think there are probably a lot of options coming in for you, or at least you have a lot of options that you could be, or a lot of directions that you could be moving in. Seven of Cups does say we have to pick a cup and make it happen. And I kind of feel like you are, Leo, picking a cup and making it happen. So you could be picking something to work on or to create, and you're bringing it down to earth and making it happen. You have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can represent separation or winning at all cost. In the area of the good stuff, you always get this with me in the good stuff as well, which is hilarious. But in the good stuff, it represents taking a risk. Yes, I think that for some of you, there's a risk that will change your life. You could be taking a risk to take a leap of faith towards love here with the Ten of Cups. You could be taking a risk of putting yourself out there in a bigger way. And whatever this risk is, I think it'll change the direction of your life for the better. So, I would definitely do it. With the Three of Wands, you have the Tower. You are the third person to have the Tower in the good stuff, which is good. But the Tower in the good stuff can either represent you avoiding a Tower moment, or it could also represent just a change that is coming in for you. And this would be a positive change that is happening. I kind of do feel that for you, Leo. I think that for some of you, this could be something that you have needed to have happen. A change in circumstances is what's popping into my head. Imagine if you wanted your boss's job. It's maybe you've been waiting for your boss to get fired or to quit, and they're finally quitting, or they're finally getting fired. That's what I'm talking about here. If you are in love with someone, maybe you've been waiting for them to break up with their boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, or their alien friend or whatever. I don't care what you date, right? Werewolves, vampires, it's all fair game as far as I'm concerned. And what I would say here is that, whatever it is, it's maybe they're finally breaking up with that person. And, it's the circumstances have changed. That is what's popping into my head with that card. With the Seven of Cups, what do you know? You have the Star. Wouldn't worry about the Tower anyway, but obviously in a reading with the Tower, we want the Star to come up after the Tower because that represents healing from a Tower moment. So I do feel a lot of you could be healing from a Tower moment or overcoming some sort of Tower moment. With the Five of Swords, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is the card of knowledge and wisdom. I think a lot of you, it's you know a lot more than you give yourself credit for. With that Five of Swords, it's kind of saying to me that you are ready to take this leap of faith or this risk on something. And the King of Swords, the Fool, we talked about as well. It's you know more than enough to make something successful. Next, you have this Hammock card. It says taking a vacation physically or mentally. Yeah, some of you need a break, I think. So, if you're doing anything in life, I feel that it could be time for you to take some sort of break here. You have the Staff card. It says you will be taken care of in difficult times. Yeah, I think there's nothing to worry about. You have the Nine of Wands. On the Nine of Wands, he is leaning on that wand. It's that is his staff that helps him through the hard times, right? And I kind of feel that's what this is saying, is you will be taken care of. You have this Goldfish. It says increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Definitely looks amazing, this reading. You have all these good money cards. You have the Ten of Cups, the Star, really good stuff. You have these cards that are saying you're meant for more, you're meant for greatness. So clearly there's abundance or just a lot of growth coming in for you. You have this Mule card. It says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Probably you, Leo. Yeah, sure, I'm calling you out, but I feel like you are at least willing. I think you're getting there. I think you're making changes, ish, kind of. And, I don't know. I think you just need someone to slap you on the ass here with this Mule card. And that person can be me, right? Time for action. time to get moving here, Leo. Time to step into that new life. There you go. You have this lion card. It says time to act. Are you kidding me? It's like literally what I just said. So I think it is time for you to take that leap of faith. Time for you to go for something. Time for you to go for greatness or something like that. Pretty good. I like it. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.